guys, this is Kelly with Cleanly Consumed and Kelly Cutzinger Coaching. Today's video is on what I buy at Trader Joe's, just to give you a little idea and to think outside the box of some products that Trader Joe's has. One of the reasons why I like Trader Joe's is because they have less products than other grocery stores. They do a lot of their own packaging and they have less staff. Although everyone I meet at Trader Joe's has always been extremely friendly and helpful, so it's a great way to buy some clean products that are a little bit more budget friendly. And then I also buy some fillers at Whole Foods and then our farmers market here in town. So here's the video, and I'm wearing something different because I had filmed the intro the wrong direction. So I'm doing this over. Hope you enjoy. Thanks so much and stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back and I have some things unpacked out of the bags, and I'm going to go through what I purchased today, some at the farmers market, some things I need to order online, and some things I picked up at Trader Joe's, just so you can kind of have an idea of how I get all my things together. There's not just one place that I go to. So at the farmers market, as I mentioned before in the intro, I forgot to place my order on Sunday, so I was able to pick up some extras. Not that many things, but that's okay. I still have some things from last week. I have this whole milk yogurt, cream cheese. I also have plain yogurt. This is whole milk. I am okay giving this to my kids because it's good cultures in their gut. And then I also got a lemon blueberry drinkable yogurt, so we can use this also for smoothies. Typically I like to use goat's milk. It is not goat season apparently. I love that I'm always learning new things, but the goats are resting right now. I also got this beet ginger kvass. If I'm even saying that correctly, I've never had this before. We'll see how it goes over. If nothing else, I bet the liquid is going to make a pretty color if I put a little bit in the smoothies to brighten it up, and maybe also in salad dressings to give it maybe a nice flavor mixed with some raspberries perhaps. But my plan is to mix this with some sparkling water to make a drink for us. So that is my plan. I'm going to do some research on this. And then I did go ahead and buy goat's milk, and ideally I would get it from the farmer's market and it would be raw and cleaner. This is pasteurized from Trader Joe's. It's about $3.50, but know that goat's milk is it's a lot easier to digest. I'm not exactly 100% sure of quoting these things, but goat's milk can digest a lot quicker. You know, cow's milk sometimes sits in the stomach for about 8 hours. And when sometimes can cause an inflammatory response in some people. So when you're having milk in your system that's hard to digest, and then you're mixing in other foods like beef or other things that are also hard to digest, that mixture together makes it really tax the digestive system. So goat's milk is a lot easier. Like I said, the goats are resting right now, so I'm not able to order that from my farmer's market. So this is what I have for right now. So I picked this up at Trader Joe's. I get these sometimes for me in the morning if I'm in a huge rush. It's organic acai bowl, and they're clean. Sometimes I'll leave off the toppings, but it just makes it easy for me to kind of let that sit on the counter, mash it up and eat it. And so I've gotten 2 of these. They're kind of a little bit pricey if you are looking for something fast and easy. I want to say they're about $3.75 each, so I have 2 of these. I make a veggie soup. I am a soup lover, so I make a veggie soup almost every week. I love getting, here it is, I love getting their organic vegetable broth at Trader Joe's. I believe they're each under $2. I think they're maybe $1.79. And the ingredients are fairly clean, and it has carrots, celery, tomatoes, onions, leeks, sea salt, garlic, parsley, bay leaves, and thyme. And so everything there is organic water. So I use 2 of these in my Instapot, and I'll go ahead and show you what I do with my soup, although you can click on one of my previous videos for a quick Instapot soup, but I believe that's made with chicken broth, the bone broth that you buy at Trader Joe's. And we tend to not eat pork in our house, so we buy turkey bacon. So for the soup, what I do is I buy a bag of organic peas, and I'll use about half of that, a half a bag of the green beans, and a half a bag of the organic corn. Last night for the organic corn, I used a green pan skillet with some avocado oil, and I sauteed that with salt, and the kids loved it. I also added some of this to a salad that I made for my husband with some leftover grass-fed, of course, clean sourced beef with some homemade salsa, and I made him a quick and easy taco salad. So that was his dinner. Another thing I like to buy are these organic Brussels sprouts. Now, sometimes in the spring you might see them on a stalk at Trader Joe's, which makes for a really nice table presentation. But I buy these in the bag. I rinse them, cut them in half, high roast heat. I have a recipe on my blog, and I'll put that link down below. And I'm using balsamic salt, and that's pretty much it. My kids love it, and it's a great fast way to eat Brussels sprouts. And then I like to buy the rainbow carrots. I try to add diversity in color in everything that we eat. I will use these and chop them in our soups. And I can also make after school snack with some of these carrots in a homemade ranch dressing that is non-dairy based with coconut milk. And if you subscribe to my weekly emails, I'm not saying that you get one every week, then you can find a non-dairy coconut milk-based ranch dressing there in that free ebook that you get for subscribing. Now, know that sometimes we do eat pizza, although I do like to use an organic crust. I'll make my own sauce. That is simply made using your Vitamix with some canned tomatoes that are organic and clean and do not contain citric acid is what I prefer. I will mix in my ingredients in the Vitamix, heat that over and use that during the week. So we will be using those this weekend. Our kids tend to like a barbecue chicken pizza. Trader Joe's has a clean organic barbecue sauce that's fairly inexpensive, so I will use that with some red onion chicken and they're good to go. I also bought some organic grass-fed beef hot dogs. I am out of bread. So let me tell you about my bread. So I will find something to do with these, or we'll just eat them open-faced, which means I will split them open, and then I will put some sauerkraut on top to feed our good gut bacteria. So you're eating for nutrition, and you're eating for your gut to be happy. Okay, the bread that I typically like to use is a gluten-free vegan bread, which really doesn't have fillers in there that you would normally see in other gluten-free products. It's from a company called Bread Seriously, and I will put that link down below. It's about $39 for 3 of these loaves, and you can cut them thin. They also have another option for 2 extra large loaves, so I'll be placing that on my next order. They also have rolls, and it comes in 3 different options. A sweet onion is one, and because I don't really typically order those flavors, I cannot think of the third. So I will order some more of this bread, and if I was going to do an open-faced hot dog, I could toast a piece of bread. I guess you'd say butterfly this hot dog and put some sauerkraut on top, or fine chop some pickles as well. And FYI, the Trader Joe's pickles are great. They're organic and they do not have the artificial colorings and preservatives that you would find, anti-foaming chemicals and things like that. So a clean pickle, you can find them at Trader Joe's. I have some green onions. I can chop some of these up and put them in our soup or on top as a garnish. And speaking of garnish, one of the best ways to add diversity into your diet is adding fresh herbs. So easy. These organic herbs, I have organic thyme from Trader Joe's, and you just get that and put that into your soup. It's a great way to add diversity. I'm looking around because I also know I grabbed a peppermint, so I don't know where that is. And somewhere in my house, I have a huge container of dehydrated rosemary that I use from my parents' garden. So I like to add in a lot of fresh herbs. It just makes it a lot easier to feed your gut and give you a lot of nutrition that you wouldn't get normally. Rosemary is naturally anti-inflammatory, so I try and add that in as much as possible. And then we have some organic dry roasted cashews. My husband likes to snack on those as well. Organic broccoli. So what I will do is have the dipping sauce for this on the plates, whether you have like a little bit of chili sauce or with some lemongrass and an oil of vinaigrette to give it a little bit more of a Thai flair, or you can make the homemade coconut dipping sauce and make it a little bit thicker with a full coconut milk. And you can also add some of this into your soup. You can put it on atop a baked potato with some olive oil or grass-fed butter. And then I do like buying these organic roasted potatoes from Trader Joe's. I mean, look how big the package is. It's very affordable. Our kids all love baked potatoes. My daughter this summer on vacation wanted a baked potato for her birthday lunch, so we all traipsed around. Where were we at the time? I don't know if we were in La Jolla, I don't remember, but we found a baked potato and she was so happy. So we cooked baked potatoes, and then let me tell you, sometimes it can be hard to find organic onions, and typically you do not want to pay $3 for an onion when you buy it by itself. I'm thinking these were about $3.80, and I get 5 organic onions all in one bag from Trader Joe's. So huge fan of buying my red onions at Trader Joe's. Also, the garlic, $1.79 for 3 bowls, and it's organic. So great place to buy garlic as well. I love using it whole, crush it with a knife, or using my mincer. I use it in everything. Garlic is very healthy. I try to have some every day. Okay, these are some beef sticks. Now I believe this sounds horrible because I buy different brands. Yes, they're called chomps. They're grass-fed, and sometimes this gives me a head start in making lunch. I love putting this in their lunchbox because it is something that is already ready to go. I try not to put a lot of packaged stuff in their lunchbox. Another thing that my kids really like, and I do too, is organic dried mango. Now it's unsulfured and unsweetened. It is super sweet. I don't know why you would need sweet anyway. And then know that the only ingredient in here is organic mango, and that's really what you want to see. And speaking of dried fruit, now mango is just naturally bright. You're gonna see some pieces are darker. Some pieces are a little tougher. They have one that's called, I think it's called soft and juicy. That I believe is sweetened, so you want to stay away from that, and it's really not necessary. And it's good to work the jaw, it's good to work your mouth and make it work. Okay, then organic Turkish apricots. I love these. Now they're not super pretty like the ones that you will see at the store, so you can see that they're a little dark. The reason with that is it doesn't have any preservatives or sulfur dioxide in this, which is great because that's kind of hard on the gut, and a lot of people might react to things like that, or you might notice a lot of gas and bloating after you eat things that have those extra additives in. So you look at the ingredients, it says organic Turkish apricots. So maybe what you would want to do is mix some cashews and apricots and with some herbs and salt, and then make a little trail mix for your lunchbox or for yourself. And then these are not organic, but I do buy these. It's a little bit of option when I go to Trader Joe's every now and then. They are plantain chips. So the ingredients here is high oleic sunflower oil, salt, and plantains. Again, not the worst ingredients, not the best ingredient, but it is great to dip in hummus or an alternative to a chip. So moving on to lunchbox ideas. I know I'm talking a million miles a minute, but I'm trying to capture your attention and make sure you watch the whole thing so that you will see all the things that I use in my house. Okay, my kids love seaweed. I think it's disgusting. It smells bad. I can't stand to be around it. And there's little pockets of little seaweed crumbs when they eat walking. So I have them sit down and I put them in their lunchbox because I'm not with them when they eat their lunch at school. So it comes in a 6-pack and they're organic, and so I usually buy 2 of these at a time because they love it. I try and rotate what I put in their lunchbox. That is something that falls into their lunchbox fairly often. One of the new things that I'm trying this week is organic radishes. So one of my favorite practitioners, and she's in the Houston area, that's an MD that does switched over to purely functional medicine, and I'll highlight her link below, is radishes. And on her Facebook page, she highlighted that she roasted these in the oven, and I haven't done that. I've never done that. I do beets, which are in my refrigerator, and I need to do them soon. Roasting beets is amazing. It kind of can taste like a potato in a way. So this is a great way to diversify your diet. So I'm gonna see how radishes go over, and I'll try and report that back. Then I also picked up some bananas because they don't always last all that long in our house, and the ones that start to turn, we'll freeze those and use those in smoothies. And then also I have a recipe on my blog for banana bread. I have an option that's gluten-free and is cleaner, easier to digest. But if you're one that has to have a banana bread made with flour, I would highly suggest using organic flour that is not enriched. And I say not enriched because keep in mind that those are synthetic grade supplements, and it's better to get that from food. And rather than blindly taking supplements, maybe those supplements are things that your body can't even process. And we'll get into some genetic things that maybe make you lean more towards a different type of a certain supplement. So that's when you would want to go over to my coaching site and check out some practitioners that do genetic testing, micronutrient testing, and things like that. Another thing that you can buy at Trader Joe's is their organic orange juice. Now, this is kind of pricey. I believe it's about $4.75. So, but again, it's a cleaner option and you can get it all at one place. So these are just a few items that I like to pick up on occasion from Trader Joe's. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this video, and I will add some pictures down at the bottom for you to look at, some links for some things that I've made during the week, and then again some recipes that I have linked to my blog. Thanks so much, and remember, Trader Joe's is very convenient, affordable. They have a lot less products than a typical grocery store. They have less staff that works there, but they're all super friendly. I think rarely have I ever met someone at Trader Joe's that worked there that did not really want to help me or was not friendly. And they have a great compensation program for the people that I've talked to, because I just love to ask a lot of questions. And so that's why you will find they do a lot of their own packaging. So what happens is that cost savings comes and trickles down to you. So I'm a huge fan of Trader Joe's. I do also shop at Whole Foods on occasion. I like to also order things and have it shipped to my home so we can just kind of stay on track and keep our house clean as possible so that we can feel great. So again, this is Kelly Cutzinger with Cleanly Consumed and Kelly Cutzinger Coaching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something today. Please follow me and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, just make sure you comment below. And I hope you're having a great year so far, and join us next week for the next video. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Bye for now. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. Keep in mind there are a lot of things that I buy that were not in this video. For example, at Trader Joe's, I do like buying their wild caught salmon and then also their cod. I do not buy farm-raised fish because you are what they ate. So keep these tips in mind. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you got some things out of it. I look forward to the next time. Thanks so much, and remember, this is Kelly with Cleanly Consumed and Kelly Cutzinger Coaching. Every small change that you make makes a huge difference over time. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye guys.